Hi. Hi. Today I'm gonna be. This is my critical and creative reflection too. Today I'm reflecting on sociological perspective on education, how they connect to my experiences working aftercare. The three main perspectives I learned about in my reading is functionalism and conflict theory and symbolic interactionism. Offer different ways to understand the role of schools, education, in shaping lives as I worked through the readings and thought about my daily experience with children. I realized how these perspectives are not just re- abstract ideas. They show up in real ways in schools and in my work. So, functionalism presents schools as institutions that promote school stability. According to my reading, schools teach shared norms, values, and skills to prepare students to succeed in society. Um, on the other hand, conflict theory challenges these assumptions by showing how schools can reinforce inequality instead of reducing it. For example, tracking or advanced programs often give some students advantages while limiting others. Symbolic interaction goes over even further by focusing on daily interaction with the students or any environment that the students are. Um, these perspectives shows that inequality is not just the structure, but also um, is how teachers and staff and students can interact in every day. When I look at all of these perspectives together, I see how they interact, and functionalism and conflict theory are often intentions one sees, educating and promoting fairness, the other maintaining quality and equality, uh, as well as symbolic interactionism deepens this understanding because even small daily behaviors like how a teacher responds to a student can either reinforce or challenge these inequalities. So, as as I go through here, um, one thing in my aftercare, when since I work in aftercare, I see these perspectives play out um in very concrete ways. Functionalism is visible in the routines I have for homework time, quiet activities. Um, they have homework. They have all the. They need to follow the rules. These structures help maintain order and predictability. But I also notice conflict theory in action. Not all students come to aftercare uh, with the same resources or support. Some arrive exhausted or distracted. I've seen this, a bunch of times, while others have additional tutoring support at home. Yet expectations for behavior and performance are often the same, which can unintentionally or disadvantage some students. Symbolic interventionism is a perspective that hit me the hardest. I realized how quickly children can label as good or difficult once a label is applied. It influences how adults respond. I've had to pause and reflect on my own assumptions about students' ability. It was uncomfortable at first, but I now see how crucial it is to treat each child individually and recognize their potential. These this idea also connects to real world patterns in education. Conflict theory, for example, examples explains my bad explains disparities in funding, disciplinary practice, and access to advanced program. It also connects to school to prison pipeline where labels and expectation can shape long term outcomes. Even functionalism, which emphasizes order and stability, shows use of systems designed to maintain structure and unintentionally privilege some group over others. These perspectives together help explain why education is both a tool for opportunity and a mechanism for inequality. So, for the reflection and growth professional identity on my slide, for reflecting this perspective has changed how I see my role. And now I now understand that I'm more than just a supervisor in aftercare. I'm part of the educational system that shapes how children see themselves. I feel empowered, but also responsible. Small interactions like how I give feedback or redirect behavior can either reinforce stereotypes or support growth and confidence. This reflection has also influenced my future goals. I want to be intentional in promoting equity, recognizing the strengths and potential of all students and avoiding labels that limit them. I'm more aware of how everyday interactions combined with larger structures influence students' outcome. Going forward, I plan to act with empathy and awareness and intentionally to create a positive learning environment even in spaces outside the formal classroom. In conclusion, I sociological perspective on education have helped me see the connection between theory, oh my god, theory, daily practice, and broader social structure by understanding functionalism, conflict theory, and symbolic interactionism. I can better support students recognize inequality and reflect on my own role. As an educator and caregiver, these perspectives remind me that even small actions matter and that education is never just about content, it's about opportunity, relationship, and fairness. Thank you. That's all for my presentation.